morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Tatiana. How are you?
Good.
How is everybody?
How
How is everybody? Doing well, I hope. Thank you for joining first edition of the June Insider Advantage.
It's summertime, finally. So hopefully,
Yes.
no matter where you are, the weather is nice, the sun is shining, it is warm, and it is time to travel more. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We actually decided to learn new good morning phrases. And you know what? After we did that, I realized that it's probably evening in Japan and Korea. So we should have learned good evening in those
Instead
languages.
of Ohio.
Yes, we learned Ohio y 안녕하세요. Is that right? Guys, let us know. 안녕하세요.
Not arrived from the port in Copenhagen, Denmark, aboard the brand new MSC Irina. And I'll talk a little bit more about the ship later in the presentation, but she's beautiful, and it's an honor to be on board for the naming ceremonies that are happening in a couple hours today.
That is so exciting. And you guys let us know, where are you connecting to us from? I see hello from Korea. Hello. I see Peru, United States, buongiorno, Italy. Good morning, Argentina, Houston. Hi, everyone. So excited to be here. Please let us know if you can see us well, if you can hear us. Malta, Puglia, Chile, Japan, Warsaw, Romania, Italy, España, Chile. Oh my God, from all over the world. New York.
In the U.S.
U.S. I'm coming, as always, from Florida. So good morning. Kazakhstan, Kiev, Guatemala, Honduras, all over the place, all over the world. We are so excited to have you guys here. And before we start our presentations, just wanted to make sure that you guys all have your translated versions of our slides. Our moderators usually upload them to the chat. So make sure that you have those. We have all various languages: Portuguese, Japanese, Spanish, Ukrainian, German, if I'm not mistaken, English, Spanish, Russian, Romanian, Mongolian, Italian. And you can also change the translation of the chat, and you can also change the narrator. So if you don't feel comfortable listening to us speaking in English, please make sure you change the voiceover to your preferable language as well. And if throughout the presentation you guys have any questions, any feedback, please let us know in the chat. We try to read it and answer all the questions at the end of the presentation. All right, I think we're good to go. Right? Are you guys ready? Is everyone in? Give us a thumbs up that you all set with the presentations, with the translations. Give us hearts. Give us energy. Oh, I see all the thumbs up coming up. So are ready? We're all good to go. All in. All right. So welcome, Steve. I'm going to start, and then you can chime in and comment where you need to.
Sure.
So June is here. Finally, summer season is out. Most of the cruises have relocated to their summer positions, and I'm sure you already have your cruises, your travels, and everything planned already. So we want to start this presentation with actually asking, what are your plans and what are you guys doing these upcoming few months? So what are the top summer destinations for the cruises. We always say that this is the best time to go to Asia, of course. As you all remember, we have our first Diamond Princess ship sailing in Japan, doing Asian itineraries. You will also see a few of MSC cruises in that area. So definitely Japan is one of the most popular summer destinations. Of course, this is the best time to go to Alaska. Let me know if you have been to Alaska or if you are planning to go. Alaskan season typically runs between end of May and mid-September. This is when you get the best weather, less rains. This is when you can go and see the glaciers, you can see the whales, you can see giant eagles, you can go ride husky puppies and do all of that while it's nice and sunny and warm. Actually, I was in Alaska for a whole summer, and there was one day when the weather, it was warmer in Juneau, Alaska than it was in Miami. So don't be scared that you're going into freezing cold weathers. It's really nice, and it's definitely a very, very unique destination to visit. Mediterranean, this is definitely our top destination for all of our members. I feel like everybody has been there at least once, but definitely there's so many itineraries, there's so many options. You can do Eastern Med, Western Med, you can cruise out of Barcelona, you can cruise out of Venice, or you can cruise out of Athens. You can go on the cruise with overnight in Ibiza. You can go to Dubrovnik. You can visit Turkey. So definitely a lot of different options, and Mediterranean has pretty much every cruise line represented in that region too. And
Kati, I learned yesterday that just one cruise line, MSC, I mean, it's a big one, but in the Mediterranean, or in Europe, let's call it Europe because it includes Northern Europe, 68 ports of call that the MSC vessels are calling on, and 35, that's over half, are ports that you can embark or disembark. So there's no place in Europe that you have to go too far to get on an MSC ship in the Mediterranean.
That's true.
Really, yeah.
And multiple embarkation ports give a lot of freedom for our members to fly into a specific port, maybe explore it a few days before as well, and then just see it. So, I don't think anybody has been to all of the ports. So there is definitely always an option to go and explore Mediterranean. And of course, Northern Europe, as you all can guess, the weather is nice. It's green, it's summer, it's so nice to walk around. So ships have relocated to the Northern Europe as well. Here we're talking about Hamburg, Copenhagen, Stockholm. We're talking about Southampton, London, Iceland, Ireland, Greenland. Some ships go as far as Greenland, Norwegian fjords. So there are just so many beautiful, beautiful destinations to see and visit. And actually, now cruise lines are sending their newest ships to that area. Like Norwegian Prima is in Northern Europe. MSC Eurabia is going to be in Northern Europe for a little bit. And Steve is actually on board Eurabia right now. So Steve, could you tell us a little bit about that new MSC ship that we've been waiting for so long?
So, yeah, absolutely. Arabia is part of the Meravia class. This is the first this cruise that I'm on, which is 3 nights. I'm getting off tomorrow morning. We started in Amsterdam, but it will be the first net zero carbon imprint cruise for MSC, and one of the first and only in the industry. So for those that are really in tune with and concerned about sustainability and protecting our environment, this is definitely a leader in that class. Things on board the ship, like the hot water and the showers in your stateroom and all over their ship, is heated by what they call waste energy. So the heat coming off the engines are used to heat all of the hot water needed aboard the ship instead of running their diesel engines to generate hot water heaters. So lots of little things like that. Today we're going to see they're doing a grand opening of the kids area, and the entire kids zone is made from bioplastics. Every single object in there, and they have everything from drone academy, where you can learn to fly drones. I'm not sure how that happens and how many people they can do, but maybe you'll find out later today.
Oh yeah, they have this huge space where you can fly drones.
Yeah, there's an enclosed. It's like a gym. It's like you think about a basketball gym in your school or university, and it's like that. The Arabia's got some nice enhancements to what's been on Virtuosa and Meraviglia and Bellissima. There's no more Butcher's Steakhouse. They've fusioned the French classic bistro with a chop house. So there's some really interesting entrees there. The Grand Plaza, of course, is phenomenal. That's if those of you who have been on that class of ship, that roof or ceiling with all that's an electronic jumbotron is just very, very picturesque, and lots of cool stuff that they do. And they introduced a new lounge feature in here where they have a show, which is the big band, and they do, they have the crooners singing the Dean Martin and that style of music. But they also, you're talking about a 25 piece band that plays even contemporary rock songs, and it is packed at night. It's one of the most popular, and you're talking like it starts at 11 o'clock or 11:30 at night. So the cabins, the colors, the decorations, the ambiance, it's very elegant, very classy, just phenomenal. I can remember when MSC first started with the Rhapsody in the Caribbean, and this was a tugboat. It was not anything that it was so hard to sell. People didn't want to go on it, right? But MSC has come a long, long way, and they are committed to being the industry leader, and it's just a matter of time, in my opinion, before they built 3 ships this year. The Arabia's they've introduced 3 ships in the last 12 months, and the Arabia's just the most recent one. They're taking a pause because in 2025 the World Americas will come out, but nothing coming out for MSC in 2024. But a couple of vessels coming out for Explorer Journeys in 2024. And I don't know if you saw the press. It happened yesterday while the CEO, Michael Unger, was speaking, that the Explorer Journey 1 was awarded the first roll-out week at sea. There has never been.
As you can imagine, I knew about that firsthand. Yeah. I'm very much in tune with that industry because of someone.
That was the first question Gene asked me was, what's Matt going to say about that?
Oh, we already had a full discussion. Sorry, guys. Yeah. My fiance loves watches, and he was like, we are going on that ship. I wonder what. Anyway.
For those of you that have an Arabia cruise planned, you're going to be blown away. You're going to love it. It's fantastic. And for those of you that are thinking of possibly doing an MSC cruise in Northern Europe, or in Northern Europe, this should be your choice. It's phenomenal.
Yes. So MSC is introducing more and more exciting ships, more and more exciting itineraries, and definitely is making its way to being one of the most interesting and diverse cruise lines out there. And that is one of the reasons why we are partnering so closely with them. We're trying to get as many special offers from MSC, special pricing from them. And this is actually what we've been working on for the past few months. And I know that everybody received an email from Steve about this yesterday. And we want to talk a little bit more about these last minute exclusive sailings with MSC. Now, let me know, guys, if you did receive that email. Send us little plus or thumbs up because it was distributed amongst all the members and partners yesterday. Yeah, I see your thumbs up, pluses, yes. So you guys did receive it. If you haven't read through it, go back to your mail. It is a very good little email with all the information you need to know about these last minute exclusive deals. So we call them incredible offers because they are definitely very unique, and our members will get a lot of perks from booking those specific cruises. Now, I also want everyone to check their inCruises account. So if you go to inCruises.com, and then if you go to cruises, if you were looking for a cruise, right? Cruises, and you click on cruise search, these incredible limited time incredible offers will be in the front page. So that's what you will see thing when you go to look for a cruise. This is where you will find your last minute exclusive sailings.
And one thing I want to say about how frequently will those offers change? Do you guys hear me? Hear me okay? Thumbs up or something if you can hear me. It looks like Tati has frozen on the screen.
We see that they are
okay. It's just me. What I was going to say about the offers is every 2 weeks we'll be refreshing these last minute offers. These are cruises that are typically within 21 days of departure that you'll see, and they will always be up front on top of the home page of the cruise booking engine. So again, all of these offers will be up top. Each sailing or each departure has its own tile, and they will be refreshed about every 2 weeks with new offers. Now, I would also add that our industry is truly rebounding. What does that mean? This means ships are sailing with more and more higher percentage of capacity filled. So that occupancy level in some cases is exceeding 100%. So there might not be every MSC ship or voyage is eligible for the last minute incredible offers, but there may not be inventory each week that's out there. So it may be, in the shoulder seasons, in the off seasons. I mean, we've seen some inventory that came out on World Europa. That's their, next to Eurabia, one of the newest vessels, which is fantastic for us, for those that are interested in taking a last minute cruise. But when we start approaching August departure dates in the Med, I think it's going to be difficult to find a lot of offers that will be last minute in the Med. It doesn't mean that there won't be. It's just going to be slim, very few choices.
Yeah, and selection here will be dynamic. So I encourage you to check this page frequently to see which offers appear and which offers you can take advantage of. If you already have a cruise booked, you can still book this one because it's last minute. Maybe you want to go on this cruise within next week. So even if you already have a cruise planned, this one will be available for you to purchase as well. Now, how these incredible offers work in terms of payments and back of house. For these cruises, you can spend up to 50% of the price with your 2-for-1 reward points, and 50% of the price will be paid from out of pocket. But after you purchase this cruise, you will get more rewards back, right? And this is what we want to be very clear with. I know that Michael Hutchinson, he had a presentation yesterday and he talked about this, but we just want to make sure that everybody understands the system. So once you purchase this cruise, you will get back. Okay, so you will have 50% of what you paid, 2-for-1 reward points used. There's a mistake in the slides.
Yeah, it says 1-for-1 there, but it's meant to be 2-for-1.
50% of 2-for-1 reward points used will be rewarded back. 25% of the total cost of your cruise will be your shipboard credit. So once you are on board, you will be able to use this money towards anything and everything on board the ship. If you want to go to spa, if you want to purchase excursions, if you want to go to a specialty dining, if you want to buy drinks, anything you want to purchase will be taken out of your onboard credit. And finally, as all of the bookings that you create on inCruises platform, 100% of your out-of-pocket spendings will be rewarded back to you as your 1-for-1 points. I'm waiting for translators to go over this. Just once again, please, the first 50% of 2-for-1 points. All right, there's a mistake. 2-for-1 points, reward points will be rewarded.
Yeah. Again, just to reiterate, shipboard credit is money that's deposited into your account, your onboard ship account, that can be used towards anything that you would pay for on board the ship. That's a shore excursion. That's the tips, the hotel tips. It's a specialty dining. It's a new watch. If you want to buy a watch or put that money towards a watch, it can be used for shore excursions. Anything that you would pay for additionally on board the ship, that shipboard credit can be used. So if you had $1,000 in shipboard credit, you would start the cruise with a negative balance on your account until you spend that. Once you exceed that, then you'll have to make up. That shipboard credit is funny money, and you get to use it however you want on board.
Imagine if
it's not refundable. It's not refundable. You can't take what you didn't use at the end of the cruise, so use it all.
Exactly. It's just like you put a deposit in your account, and then everything you do on board, you just charge to your stateroom, and it's getting subtracted out of this. So to have a better understanding, we wanted to show you an example, and let's do a little math class all together, right? So imagine that you're purchasing a cruise. The cost of the cruise is $3,200. So you can use 1,600 2-for-1 reward points, right? It's 50%. And you spend $1,600 out of pocket, paying with your credit card, paying out of your bank account. So let's do some calculation together. 50% of your 2-for-1 reward points that you used are going to go back to your account, right? So how many reward points are going to go back to your account? 50% of what you spent will go back, and you will see it on your inCruise account. So you will get 800 reward points back.
For this example.
For this example, like a refund. Right? Are you guys with me? Give me 800, put 800 in the chat box. So I know that you understand where this number came from. Perfect. Now let's go to the second reward that you get. You get 25% of the total cost of your cruise as your shipboard credit. So 3,200, 25% is $800. So once you step on the ship, you will have $800 on your account. You can go to the casino, you can buy a Rolex, maybe a part of Rolex watch. You can go to spa and pamper yourself. You can do whatever you want with $800 shipboard credit, right? Can shopping for yourself. Yes, you can buy anything you want on board. And finally, number 3, what you get is 100% of your out of pocket of the money that you paid will get back to your wallet as 1-for-1 reward points. Okay, so you paid US dollars, so 100 of that 1600 1-for-1 reward points will get back to your account. So you will have 3 amounts coming back to you in 3 different forms. Yeah, I see all the.
So,
you guys understand
so there, Tati, there was a question that came in, or a comment about the presentation, I think in the zone yesterday on, and about not being able to, you couldn't use the shipboard credit. Can you, or can you not use the shipboard credit in the shops on board? The answer is yes. Yes. There was a comment about the shops are concessions, and they are on many cruise lines. There's a couple outfits that do that, but everything that MSC or Costa or Carnival, or in this case, it's only MSC that we're doing this type of incredible offer on. But anything you buy in the shop, your shipboard credit will go towards that. 100%. True.
I see a question. Esto es solo para las ofertas de último minuto. Yes, this is only for the last minute deals with MSC that you see on that page.
Correct.
All right, should we show another example if you don't use all 50%? I know majority of our members will use 50% of their reward points, right? But what if you, let's say, maybe don't have enough, right?
Yeah, sure. And I would also say for whether you're using 2-for-1 points or you're using 1-for-1 points, this is all you can eat. As we say, free refills. There's no restriction about an active cruise using 2-for-1 points. You can still do these incredible offers.
Kevin said nice Spanish. Thank you, Kevin. All right, so example number 2. You have the same exact cruise. It has the same exact price, $3,200. But you only have 1,000 2-for-1 reward points, right? You've spent it all. You only have 1,000 2-for-1 reward points that you use towards your cruise, and you pay $2,200 out of pocket. All right, let's do this math together once again. Number 1, you get 50% of your 2-for-1 reward points used back to your wallet. So you used 1,000 2-for-1 reward points. You will have 500 2-for-1 reward points coming back to you. 50% of what you spent coming back to your wallet. Is this clear? Why we have 500 2-for-1 reward points here? Some thumbs up coming out. Okay. 25% of the total cost of your cruise will go towards your onboard credit. So $3,200 is the cost of your cruise, 25%, still $800. So no matter how many reward points or dollars you used, $800 reward credit will be on board the ship waiting for you. And finally, 100% of your out-of-pocket used will go back to your wallet. So here in this example, you spent $2,200 paid with your card. So you will receive 2,200 1-for-1 reward points back to your account. I hope this example is clear. Let me see thumbs up or your questions. We want to make sure that this information gets to you. I see some questions in the chat. Is this only for Europe? Is this going to be in America, Steve?
That will be all itineraries for MSC. I think what we're seeing mostly currently is Europe, but you know, something I'll tackle because all the decision makers with MSC are on board Arabia, and I will bring this up to them later today that we would like to see some when we get to the South American. I mean, there's 6 ships sailing from South America this season coming up that we would like to see those. We would like to see the ones going from Miami, from New York, from Port Canaveral. Soon there will be one in Texas. So really anywhere the ships are going. Bellissima in Japan, in Korea.
So you will see various itineraries, and as we said earlier, it's dynamic. So these cruises will be changing. You see that they're last minute, so they will be monthly updated. All right, I think we are clear here. And Steve, one more question. Can you use 1-for-1 reward points to book this cruise?
You cannot use, right. You can use 1-for-1 points. If you, the better value is going to be using your 2-for-1 points, of course, it always is. But you can use 1-for-1 points to pay up to 25% of the trip cost.
Exactly.
And regardless of what type of cruise you're booking, whether it's an incredible offer, it's a standard cruise that you're doing, whether you're using 2-for-1 points or whether you're using 1-for-1 points, and whether you're booking a reward points will be deposited in your account matching your out-of-pocket costs. So whatever your out-of-pocket cost was for the travel purchase, you'll get back in 1-for-1 points.
All right, sounds good. And I had a question, and I feel like we need to address this as well. Some people are saying this price is higher than the price we might see on a different website. So how would they be able to explain this to other members or their downline, and why do they see the difference of the pricing?
Well, there's a lot of mechanics that are going into this this offer. As many know, our model does not allow for inside of 90 days. So we are forcing a onboard credit to help the cruise line to get availability for these offers. We're giving reward points back. We're both for the 2-for-1 as a rebate and as your out-of-pocket cost. So the true, and that was explained in the email, the true cost to go on this voyage net will be less than you're going to see anywhere on any public website.
At the end, actually,
so, I mean, this is the structure of it. It maybe not be for everybody, but it will certainly appeal to many. And you don't have to book this type of cruise. You can exercise your membership benefit as you always have, using 2-for-1 points, booking outside of 90 days, and at one cruise at a time, unless you're using 1-for-1 points.
And I still see a lot of questions about what the onboard credit can be spent on. Can it be spent on the internet? Can it be spent on tips? Can it be spent on drinks? Guys, one last time, it can be spent on everything on board. Everything that you purchase on board. And when they ask you, oh, it is $15, do you want to put it on your room? Say, yes, I want to put it on my room account, and it's going to be subtracted from the room account amount of money that you have. Okay, I hope we're clear with that. And we also get a lot of questions about 1-for-1 reward points, how we can use 1-for-1 reward points. And Steve actually had a really good concept on how to use those reward points, because the more you book, the more 1-for-1 reward points you get back, and there should be a good way to spend them. Could you elaborate on this slide as well?
Sure. So as I was saying, you will receive 1-for-1 reward points for all out-of-pocket costs. That's on any cruise, regardless if it's a standard 2-for-1 cruise that you're using one, or one of the new incredible offers. You can use it on in-stays. Or you get the reimbursement on in-stays and on cruises for all out-of-pocket costs. If that out-of-pocket cost is $1,000, you're going to get 1,000 one-for-one points deposited in your account. If your out-of-pocket cost is $200, you're going to get 200 one-for-one points deposited in your account immediately after booking. The incredible offers, you can use them to pay up to 25% of the trip cost, just as you can on some cruises that you may find. You can use one-for-one points on any product as a payment towards that product. You cannot use them to pay for like your tips. We're not going to prepay your tips with one-for-one points, unless there is like NCL where they have the free at sea amenities. That's a bad example because they don't include tips. Unless specifically gratuities are included, I think the only product that we have right now where gratuities are included is Virgin. It goes towards, and when I say tips included, it's included in the booking cost and the total cost of your cruise up front. You can only use points when you're buying a cruise up front. You're using it to pay for that cruise at the time of booking. And, each time you book a product for almost all of our members and partners, you have an out-of-pocket cost. So you're always getting reward points back for the out-of-pocket costs. So these will accumulate quickly. And for those of you that want to do more than one cruise at a time, use them. It's a savings.
Absolutely.
Unmatched savings in your membership.
Great. All right, let's move on and just cover some of the new offers that we see from the cruise lines. These are the ones that you will see in your booking process. And I actually get quite a few questions about Princess bookings lately. They are serving some unbelievable itineraries. And we mentioned earlier, they are doing Japan. They also have sailings through Hawaii, South Asia, Australia. And on a lot of these unique itineraries, you will see very intriguing prices, let me put it this way. So you will see fare codes that are called Net Fare Plus. This is a special price that Princess gave us, and Net Fare will include just the cruise, like Princess Standard, and Net Fare Plus will include a Princess Plus package. If you're still confused with different packages for Princess, we actually have this information in Cruise Spotlight. So if you go to Cruise Spotlight, there is a whole blog about various packages. But these are two best offers that you will see with Princess sailings this summer. And as I said, they do very unique itineraries. I saw quite a lot of bookings on Diamond Princess in Japan. I already saw bookings in Thailand and Vietnam, Australian sailings as well. So very cool destinations and very interesting itineraries for those ships. Now let's talk about Norwegian. Norwegian is actually presenting their newest ship, Norwegian Viva, this summer. If anyone has cruised on Norwegian Prima already this past year, Viva is her sister, and she will start her sailings in the Mediterranean this summer. I want to show you this video.
Introducing the all-new Norwegian Viva. Our next stunning ship in a brand new class designed for you to live life to the fullest. Stay connected to the sea with experiences that bring you closer to the horizon. Stretch out, way out, in our most spacious accommodations to date. And look forward to first-rate service, so you can live it up every second. live it up. Norwegian Viva, Sailing 2023.
So Norwegian Viva will start her sailings in the Mediterranean this summer. She will do a couple of opening inaugural cruises, and then she will be sailing between Rome, Lisbon, Barcelona, so doing Western Mediterranean itineraries. And then in the fall, she will reposition to the Caribbean, and she will be sailing out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Where's my living Boricua style San Juan, and she will be doing very unique and incredible itineraries. She will be sailing to the further Antilles, so like St. Lucia, Barbados, and she will also be doing Southern Caribbean, like Aruba, Curacao. So very unique destinations, St. Lucia. So very, very cool. Sailing out of San Juan, the newest, the most amazing Norwegian ship. So pretty exciting to see our members on board this cruise as well. MSC is also offering now Winter Wonders promotion. I know we talked a lot about summer sailings and summer itineraries, but they have rolled out the Winter Wonders promotion, and I wanted to show you this quick video as well. So if you remember, we actually had Winter Wonders promotion last year. So definitely take advantage of it this summer. You will see when you book your cruise, you will see Winter Wonders as one of the fare codes. And these will be sailing in the Southern Caribbean, Eastern, Western Caribbean, in the Emirates. So if you want to go to Saudi Arabia, Emirates, Qatar, it will be available there. Far East, Mediterranean, Northern Europe, South America. So various destinations and itineraries on different ships. And you will see two different fare codes. Winter Wonders will be the lowest fare, just the cruise. And then Winter Wonders All In Plus will also include Easy Plus, drink package, and Wi-Fi for per device per person up to 2 cabins. Just giving time for translators to go over that. This promotion is valid for you to book between June 1st and August 31st. So if you're planning now your summer, if now you're planning your winter cruises with MSC, definitely look for Winter Wonders. And we always mention, if you have an opportunity to book a package with your drink package, with your internet, so you don't have to spend money on it while you're on board, definitely take advantage. Spend your reward points on those. And if you're doing it with MSC this upcoming winter, choose one of the Winter Wonders packages. A few new interesting updates from Costa. Now you will see new ships that are called Costa by Carnival, and they're calling them Carnival Fun Italian Style. So this is a combination of Costa and Carnival cruises. They will have two beautiful ships, Costa Venezia and Costa Firenze. They are completely upgraded on the inside. They will have beautiful Italian restaurants, but they will still have carnival entertainment, carnival crew members on board. So it will be a very interesting merge of two brands. So we're excited to see them and explore them. Costa Venezia will be sailing out of New York, and she will have a lot of different itineraries from 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, 14, 15 days. And she will be doing Canada, New England, but she will also be going south. So she will do Bermuda and she will do Caribbean as well. So if New York is a port where it is easy for you to fly into, definitely look into those itineraries. She's starting her sailings in a week. Actually, she will have her first inaugural cruise, and then she will start her rotation. And the other ship, Costa Firenze, she will be ready in a few months, and she will be sailing out of Los Angeles, so doing West Coast. And out of Los Angeles, she will be sailing to Baja Mexico and Mexican Riviera. Very unique destination. So if you want to see that region, and if you maybe live somewhere next to Los Angeles, or maybe you're flying into Los Angeles and spending a few days and weeks in California and then want to go to Mexican Riviera, that's a very cool and interesting itinerary as well. So this is brand new ships that are coming into Carnival fleet in the next few weeks. We also know that a lot of our members are excited about Caribbean cruises, but not everybody have an opportunity to fly into the United States to join the ship because of visa restrictions or other things that happen. So we just wanted to remind you that there are actually Costa cruises, Costa Pacifica in particular, that are sailing out of La Romana in the Dominican Republic. So these cruises are perfect for those who don't have a US travel visa. You're flying into the Dominican Republic, you're spending a few days exploring the beautiful island, and then you can hop on a Costa Pacifica ship. And she will be doing a butterfly itinerary. We call it butterfly because it looks like wings of butterfly, 2 different variations, 2 different itineraries. So one of them, she will be going south to Tortola, Antigua, St. Lucia, and Barbados. And the other itinerary, she will have 3 stops in the Dominican Republic, La Romana, Samaná, and Amber Cove, and then do Grand Turk and Jamaica. So 2 various itineraries for those of you who want to explore Caribbean, but maybe don't have an opportunity to fly into Miami or Orlando or Galveston. So this is a really, really cool option as well. And these itineraries are available this winter. So if I'm not mistaken, she will start sailing in December, and these cruises will be available till March. So if you're planning now, is the best time. A little update from MSC for those of you who are cruising this summer in the Mediterranean, and for those of you whose trip starts in Venice. You all know that Venice has closed for majority of cruise lines, majority of big ships for sustainability. They realized that the amount of tourists and big ships are not sustainable for the island of Venice, and they create damage. So they're trying to move big ships further away, and they're using a couple of different ports outside the city. So who is cruising out of Venice on MSC will be cruising out of Marghera Port. Italians, please help me pronounce this correctly. I'll call it Marghera. I don't know if it's correct. But make sure when you cruise, and I'm sure we are sending email confirmations for those who are cruising out of Venice. So all embarkation procedures, including baggage drop-off, will happen at Venice Cruise Terminal at Venice Maritime Station. So you will drop off your luggage and you will do your check-in in the Venice Cruise Terminal. And then from there, you will have a transfer to the port where the ship is waiting for you. So MSC is asking for you guys to not go into Marghera Port by yourself with your luggage. The transfer will be organized for you. Please stick to information on your tickets. And you do your embarkation, your baggage drop off and your check-in at Venice Cruise Terminal in Venice Maritime Station. Just double check this information so you don't go to a wrong port when you're trying to embark your ship. And if you have questions, you can always contact our support team. They will be able to clarify this information for you. And one last thing, as you know, our second Insider's Advantage of the month, which is the fourth Thursday of the month, this June, it will be June 22nd, and we will have a special guest. We will have Monica Pasquerello, and is the business development manager for Cunard Cruise Line. So if you have cruised with Cunard, if you are thinking about cruising with Cunard, or maybe if you don't know anything about this cruise line, this will be a great educational webinar where she'll be talking about the ships, the itineraries, special offers. They are also sailing in Japan. So those of you who are looking into Asian itineraries, that will be very interesting. But she will be presenting this cruise line, and it will actually be the very first webinar about Cunard Cruise Line that we've had. So we're very excited. Put it in your calendar, June 22nd, Insider's Advantage, travel with Cunard Cruise Line. And on this note, thank you very much for joining us. Trying to be very informative, a lot of news, a lot of updates coming. We'll try to go through some of your questions. And Steve, if you have anything to add and mention, please, while I'm going through the chat. I know there's a lot of things.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of information that's coming out with new deployments into 2024. As I mentioned, for our South American cohort members and partners, 6 ships from MSC and 2 from Costa. So it's still a bit early for those promotions to come out on those, but you know, capacity wise, best pricing, it's good to book early, right? As soon as you can, and these itineraries are available currently in our cruise booking engine. Still seems to be a lot of questions about the onboard credit.
And I'm sure there will be, yes.
Yeah. I can only keep repeating that the shipboard credit is set up on your behalf. It's included in the pricing. It's 25% of those incredible offer total price. And that can be used on board, only on board, for whatever you are charged for on board. It's not... you can't take 1-for-1 points or 2-for-1 points and pay your tips on board with those. But you can take your onboard credit and you can pay your tips with the onboard credit. I don't know how to make that clearer. I mean, I saw several questions come through about, can we use our 1-for-1 points to cover the tips on board? No. 1-for-1 points and 2-for-1 points are only used to purchase travel products at the time of booking. That's it. You can't go back and use them later. It's to a booking that you've already made. It's at the time of booking only, and whatever choice you want to make, 1-for-1, 2-for-1. There were some questions, Tati, about the mechanics of if you've been here for 24 months, a member, can you do some conversions? This is the sourcing team. We're in charge of our products that we offer. I would direct you to your sponsors and to the territory growth directors to answer those questions. I do not feel comfortable because I don't know the specifics. Like I know how we pay for cruises, but I don't know specific benefits on tenure for members, exceptions to restrictions, anything like that. So please go to your sponsor or go to the territory growth directors for that info. If you want to know what you can do on board, if you want to know, information about the pricing, if you want to know information about our products, our hotels, destinations, any of that, we're happy to answer.
I actually got a message from our social media director, and we were getting some questions from Instagram. They always post information that we have this insider's advantage, and you can send your questions there. And actually, a lot of questions were how to become a member and take advantage of all of this. So, guys, if you know people who are like, I get all these questions all the time. So if you have someone who is asking you, it's your job, our partners, you're doing an amazing job already inviting more and more members, but there are still people who are wondering how to become a partner, a member, a part of inCruises family. So go out there, we're growing, and the demand is high because everybody wants to be a part of it. And then again, can you book this last minute incredible offer if you're a partner? Of course, it doesn't matter what status you have. Anybody can use those offers and take advantage of them and book a cruise and go cruise in 3 days. So it is available for everybody at any time. All right, let's see any other questions. 1-for-1 points, we talked about this. Transfers, Steve, you addressed that, and so on. We're assured that because it is a new offer, because it is a new promotion, incredible last minute thing, I'm sure you will have a lot of questions. We are doing a lot of communications. Once again, please go back to your email and go to the email that was sent to you yesterday. We will do more educational stuff. We will create some videos for you as well, so you know exactly the pricing, where your money is going towards, and what you're getting back. Because we understand that it could be a little bit confusing at the beginning, but once you understand the dynamic of this last minute promo, you will see the whole value of it. So on this note, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Please send your questions. We get all of them, and we try to address all of them in our communication. And just thank you once again for being a part of inCruises. I hope you have a wonderful summer, and we see you guys in just 2 weeks in our next Insider's Advantage. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.